So, John, for those who don't know, we worked together for a brief time. Well, we worked together.
Not all that brief.
Not all that brief at Lucasfilm during episodes 2 and 3. You were there for?
I was there. Episode 3 in Indiana Jones.
The
Indiana Jones that shall not be named.
Yes, that's right. And also the start of Clone Wars, right?
Start of Clone Wars when nobody knew who Dave Filoni was.
Right. Dave took my office, actually. That was weird. But so one of the cool, so that in and of itself is amazing. And John has a history with Disney as well that we will get to.
Yeah.
That is directly related to what we want to talk about today. But I've never had a chance to do this, and I'm being very selfish, and I'm going to put John on the spot. John is my first guest that I've had on the channel that knew me when I was a Christian.
Ah.
So I am very curious, John, and spare no feelings, because I just want to hear what you actually thought. What was I like as a Christian? Could you even tell? Did I just, what was I like in those years as it brushed up against religiosity and even the LGBTQ community? What was I like?
That's interesting, Paul, because I don't think that until you started Paulogia, I don't think I realized that you were a Christian, or that you wore it in any kind of expressive or devout sort of way. We were living in San Francisco in the Bay Area, and I think my frustration with living in the Bay Area for as long as I did was that it's kind of as that extreme liberals can be as off-putting and as uncomfortable as extreme conservatives, and extremism just doesn't work, and for me at least. And so we were there during kind of the end of the Bush administration, and actually during the time when George Bush got reelected.
Mm-hmm.
I remember people crying in the hallways that George Bush had been reelected, and kind of being really histrionic about it. And so in my head, you're the least histrionic person that I knew, and I don't think it was discernible to me in any way.
Well, that is excellent news, because it's something I've always wondered. So our manager Jim used to take me aside though, and be upset that I wouldn't swear at people.
Oh wow!
That was literally in my performance
review. That was his thing, though.
Yeah, I know, but it was interesting. That was
Yeah. I mean, just understand that most of the way our coworkers and bosses acted back then would be completely unacceptable today by today's standards. And you would have people filing complaints left and right about being treated unfair, and they yelled at me, and they made a face at me, and they were nice to them, but they were mean to me, and Jim and everybody else there was kind of equal opportunity. And I don't know. I find it fascinating, because here we were dealing with something in Star Wars that had at its core kind of politics and religion, basically. And we stayed away from discussing any of that, and so did you. I didn't recognize you as being a Christian.
Well, strangely, that's a compliment. It wouldn't have been at the time, but anyway, it's been something I've been meaning to ask, and since I had a chance to ask on air, I'm glad that I didn't treat you differently, because I didn't see you differently. But you never know what kind of that residual Christianity sometimes leads. So
this is going to come up. People will be like, see, Paul was never really a Christian. They couldn't tell.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that'll feed that narrative. Yeah, that's right.